Welcome back to the Fenrir Newfoundland channel. If this is your first time here, my name's Charlie and I'm a certified canine leader here at FenrirCanineLeaders.com. This channel is dedicated to helping you learn everything you could possibly want to know about the Newfoundland, then how to become high-level canine leaders that can raise the perfect Newfoundland. So if you're a lifelong lover thinking about getting one or just started your journey with your Newfoundland, then this is the channel for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a future Newfoundland video. So let's dive into today's video and we'll compare two of the largest breeds in the world and what you should consider when choosing the right canine companion for your home. Let's begin this video by stating that the Newfoundland and the Great Dane are amongst the largest breeds on the planet. Believe it or not, the Great Dane is actually larger than the Newfoundland. He stands up to 32 inches tall and can weigh up to 175 pounds for a male, while the Newfoundland can grow up to 28 inches or so and weigh around 150 pounds, also for a male. Now, with a dog this huge, regardless of the breed, it's extremely important that you teach him basic obedience and good manners, as well as socialising him properly. This has to start the same day you bring him home. If you want him to turn into that amazing canine companion we all wish and hope for, it's important to remember that a dog of this size brings quite the awe to anyone who meets him, and not everybody may love dogs as much as you do, or they're even scared of dogs. Because of this, it's our duty to make sure our giant dogs are well behaved and present a good example for the breed.
Hey guys, very quickly, I just wanted to ask, are you following us over on Instagram? If you're not, there's two accounts I would love for you to check out. The first one is our brand account, at Fenrir Canine Leaders, where you can see more about our industry-leading products that we create. If you're interested in following me personally, that's at I am Will Atherton, where you can see behind the scenes of me working with some of the most extreme behaviour cases in the world and what it takes to run these kind of YouTube channels. And maybe if you just want to be able to come over and chat with me, that's the place for you. So there'll be links down in the description box for both of our Instagram pages. I'd love for you to come and check them out and hopefully we'll chat over there.
That being said, it's quite funny how two breeds that look so different can be so much alike in some manners and so different in others. I'm going to pinpoint some of these for you so you can get the idea of how these beautiful breeds differ. In looks, it couldn't be any more obvious. The Newfoundland is one hairy giant in need of massive grooming, while the Great Dane has a short coat that's easy to take care of. Both breeds have floppy droppy ears that need to be cleaned once a week to prevent infections, but in some areas it's common to crop the ears of the Great Dane. Body-wise, the Great Dane is much leaner and more elegant, yet athletic and muscular than the Newfoundland, who is much more sturdier and looks much heavy. Both Newfoundland and Great Danes have these long lips that let them drool excessively. So if you're not a fan of drool, you may want to look at some other breeds because they can drool madly. Temperament-wise, both of these dogs are considered sweet-mannered, social and great with children. As with any dog of this size, it takes time for them to grow to maturity, both physically and mentally. This is another reason why it's so important for you to teach your pup as much as possible before he reaches adolescence. Because of his size, weight and strength, you'll need to be able to control him when he decides it's time to freak out because of those hormones and, in general, him being a teenager. Both breeds are, in general, very friendly, although there are of course exceptions. Every dog is an individual. They love spending time with their family. Unless he perceives a stranger as a threat, he'll be welcoming them into his circle of personal friends. Now, as to their connection to people and how easy they are to train, in this comparison, the Newfoundlands are the winner. Why? Because the Newfoundland was bred to work with someone. Sure, while swimming to fetch a drowning person, he'd have to make his own decisions, but he's still more dependent on his people than the Great Dane, who was originally bred to be a hunting dog and therefore more prone to making his own decisions. That doesn't mean you can't train a Great Dane. It only means that the Newfoundland may be easier to train in comparison. Both the Great Dane and the Newfoundland are sweet and loving dogs. They tend to adore their people and want to spend time with their family. Both breeds are considered amazing with children, but beware, they are exceptionally large dogs and the sheer size of them can create trouble if you have younger children or even toddlers. A wagging tail or a dog that turns around too quickly with a small child within reach can cause an accident by mishap. Please give this some thought, especially since when being adolescents, these dogs have no idea of how large they are or have any control over their body, and they tend to be over-energetic during this time. So what everyone really wants to know is, of course, the issue of health. Considering they're such giant breeds, these dogs are actually quite healthy. Of course, none of them will live forever, and the life expectancy of the Newfoundland is somewhere between 9 to 10 years, while the Great Dane may live up to 7 to 10 years. The health issues that can arise has, as with most large breeds, to do with hip and elbow dysplasia. The Danes can suffer from bloat, which is a life-threatening condition. If your dog exhibits sign of this, please rush to the vets as soon as possible, because if not treated, your dog might die very quickly and will be in tremendous pain. Other than that, the Great Dane may also be subject to eye and cardiac diseases, hypothyroidism and autoimmune thyroiditis. The Newfoundlands, on the other hand, can suffer from cardiac diseases and cystinuria, stones that form in the urine. In their own ways, while these breeds are really cool, while it's said that the Great Dane is a giant gentleman, he's still more energetic and athletic dog of the two, and the one you need to exercise more. Please discuss with your breeder and your vet how to increase exercise from adolescence to adulthood, not to cause your dog physical harm. The Newfoundland can be seen as the more laid back of the two, thus by no means a couch potato. Don't forget that the Newfoundland has been and still is a working dog. With all that in mind, in the end, it's pretty much a question of taste and preferences. I know which breed I would choose, but this is all about you. Please take the time to think this through, research the breeds, and be a responsible future owner of a dog, regardless of what breed you choose in the end. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, make sure you hit that like button and get involved down on the comment section below. And don't forget, if you are new here, to make sure you subscribe. We have 2 dedicated Newfoundland videos coming here every single week. So I can't wait to talk to you again on the next episode of the Fenrir Newfoundland channel.